Welcome to our 5-minute Bible study in the book of Revelation. Today we are in Revelation chapter 21, and we are looking at John's final vision, which is the vision of the new heaven and the new earth, when God restores all that is. Now, yesterday we saw that when this new heaven and new earth are come, there'll be none of the former things, no more mourning or crying or pain. Death will be no more. And we also saw that the centerpiece of this new heaven and new earth is the holy city, which comes down out of heaven from God, the new Jerusalem. And so now as we continue the vision, John goes into a little more detail about what he sees in this new Jerusalem. One of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls full of wrath came and said to me, "Come, and I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." And he carried me away in the Spirit to a mountain that was great and high, and showed me the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God. It shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a precious jewel, like a jasper. It was clear as crystal. Now, we are meant to see this in comparison to when John saw the vision of Babylon back in chapter 17. Let me reference you back to 17, the first part of that chapter where John's vision says, "I saw one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls of wrath, who came to me, said, 'Come, and I will show you the punishment of the great prostitute who sits on many waters.' And the angel carried me away in the Spirit to a desert. And I saw Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes and of the abominations of the earth." So it's clear both these visions are introduced in the same way. One of the angels who had the bowls of wrath comes, says, "Come and I will show you." And he carries him away. In chapter 17, he carries him away to the desert. In chapter 21, he carries him away to a high mountain. In chapter 17, he sees the great prostitute. In chapter 21, he sees the bride of the Lamb. In 17, he sees Babylon. In chapter 21, he sees Jerusalem. So we are meant to see these visions as parallel. The 2 cities, Babylon in rebellion against God, the people opposed to God, it will fall. Jerusalem, the bride of Christ, the people of God, the city of God, it will endure forever. And the choice is ours. Do you want to live in the city of Babylon or in the city of Jerusalem? John makes it clear, Jerusalem is the place you want to be. You want to be the bride of the Lamb. You want to be a part of the church. And so he sees Jerusalem coming down, prepared as that bride adorned for her husband. This is the wedding supper of the Lamb. Now, as he describes Jerusalem, he says, there was a great high wall with 12 gates and 12 angels at the gates. On the gates, on the 12 gates, were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There are 3 gates on the east, 3 on the north, 3 on the south, 3 on the west. The wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. So you have the 12 gates, which are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. And you have 12 foundations to the city, which are the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb, the 12 apostles of Jesus. And I believe this is obviously to let us know that the New Jerusalem is the fullness of the people of God. It is both what Israel was and what the church is. For see, all that is in the Old Testament in terms of Israel is a yearning for the day when the people of God will be complete, when all the peoples are brought in from all the nations, and that's represented in the church. So you have the 12 tribes of Israel, the people of God in the Old Testament, the 12 apostles, the foundation of the people of God in the New Testament. So you have the full people of God in this New Jerusalem. So this city is truly the fulfillment of God's people. It is the fulfillment of all God's redemptive plan. And now it is complete. We see it coming down out of heaven into the earth, the new heavens and the new earth. All is as it should be. This is the ultimate destiny of the people of God. To be completely redeemed, to be utterly made holy, with purity that is the brilliance of a jewel, and to be the people of Christ forever. And it's represented as the city of God, the New Jerusalem. We are those people who are called to be the people of the Lamb, who have been redeemed by the blood of Christ, who have been made into the new community of God's people, the new Israel as it was, now comprised of Old and New Testament, complete in Jesus. The New Jerusalem, that is our destiny. We are pilgrims on the road to the celestial city, the New Jerusalem. John Bunyan talked about that in his wonderful book, Pilgrim's Progress. And it comes from this book of Revelation, does it not? That's where we're heading, to the new city. Our next time together, we'll look at some more details about the city. John has more to say about this wonder, this New Jerusalem, this city of God, this bride of Christ. And we'll look at that in some detail next time. But for today, have a great day. Be the people of the Lamb. Walk with Jesus on that road that leads you inevitably to the holy city, the New Jerusalem. This is your destiny as the people of God. Amen and amen. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study.